Hey, Melanie, how you doing tonight? Or today? Today. Yeah, it's officially Christmas Eve for you, isn't it? That's good. Yeah. Any time with loved ones plan on being spent today? Maybe. Yeah. Now, I know for me, my family is, like, nobody's actually available on Christmas Day. So, we're planning sometime in, like, early January. Celebrate Christmas. My mom always likes to take down the tree a bit late anyway, so... Yes. See, there's... I didn't know we could do, like, there are emojis that could be presented in this chat. Now I do. I'm just basically riding the train until I get the, whatever, the daily challenge part done. Then... yeah, I mean, there's nothing else that's really worth it for, like, 0.1 of a gold bar. But... yeah, I know I could do, like, emojis on, whatever, on, messages that I leave. Yeah, see, now there's the Christmas spirit right there. But I didn't know that they would actually show up in like, a stream like this. I mean, thinking of it now, it's like, there's no reason it shouldn't have, but I just never even thought about it. No, that's not what I want to do. Come on. Yeah, all the birds are too far away. Any second now. There we go. And now I can jump to character creation. Oh, I had to sneeze there for a second. I have no idea what that says. Something .rent. But... yeah, bad birds. Yeah, they should have, like, flocked straight to me so I could shoot them. But tonight I'm going to be working on trying to make Carl Weathers. If you don't know who that is, if you've ever seen the Predator movie, the first one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, or the first, well, 4 Rocky movies actually. He played Apollo Creed, the antagonist turned friend / mentor of Rocky. I'll see what I can do. This guy, the person who asked for this, has been waiting for it for months. Like, really patient. So, yeah. Dude, see, honestly, like, okay, so with the naturalist role, I was about to call it environmentalist. With the naturalist role, you can turn into certain animals. I know, like, a rabbit is one of them. I think a deer is another one. Is it a rat you can turn into as another one? I haven't turned into any of these characters. I've never gathered enough of the stuff to make the change. Is there a bird that you can actually change into, or is that just wishful thinking? Yeah, the dude from Family Matters. No, that's Winslow? Carl Winslow. Dude, I never even thought about how close those names were. That's actually pretty funny. And Eduardo, hello and welcome. How's the day treating you? The walrus. Yeah. Dude, I used to love that show growing up. Oddly enough, like, I never really cared for Urkel, but, like, the situations that would happen, like, they obviously wouldn't have happened without him. But Urkel always annoyed me. I mean, I enjoyed, like, his catchphrase for a little bit. But after a while, it was just like, okay, yeah, you did do that. Urkel's a jerk. No. State of Decay 2. Isn't that the one that, like, they just released, like, you can play as the Joker for State of Decay 2? Armadillinger, hey man, how you doing? Yeah. No, I like, the whole relationship thing between him and Laura never made sense to me. Like, why would they let him continue to come over if he was just always annoying? But then, like, later on, they started doing some weird stuff, like, whatever, like Urkel suddenly, like, he took this serum and became like whatever, sexy or whatever, and then Laura was all over him, but at the same time, then Urkel got a girlfriend who was like, in my opinion, just a much better fit. But Urkel still never cared to like he always still was fawning over the neighbor girl, and it was I don't know. I'm sure I overthought it. It's a TV show from the 90s. It's not going to be high class entertainment by any means. Yeah, zombie game from Microsoft, but isn't that the one that they actually released? Like I could have sworn it was the Joker. I know. Like Fortnite, they just recently did Spider-Man, but I thought they did Joker before that. But State of Decay, I could have sworn they just did something with the Joker. Armadillinger, I'm doing all right. Got a 3-day weekend because of the holiday, so looking forward to that. It's been a very long week. Been putting in very long hours. No, he didn't just take off his glasses. That would have been funny though. Is that because that's always like the nerdy girl is so nerdy, and then she just takes off her glasses and lets her hair down, and suddenly she's hot. It's like, but me personally, I've always kind of gravitated towards that nerdy girl next door type of look anyway. So, Melanie, I think you're probably right. So, or else maybe it's that one guy that has been changing his name and just throwing up weird things. But I'll see if like maybe a little bit later, like once I'm done streaming, I can maybe remove their messages from the stream. But no, okay. Eduardo, do you know State of Survival? Okay, there we go. That's what it is. State of Decay, State of Survival. So, Eduardo, you gotta forgive me, man. I'm really sorry. What is the difference between the two? I know one is like there's a bit of a building simulation in there. Is one just basically like kind of a bit of a building simulation and trying to survive, and the other one is like zombie apocalypse stuff, and you're just trying to basically blast your way through level after level? No, I think the other... Maybe? Okay. Okay. Is there like any kind of invading force or anything that tries to take you out? I'm thinking something of like Warcraft, not World of Warcraft, just Warcraft. Yeah. Holy crap, Melanie. Do you Twitch stream by chance? I mean, is this something you get paid to do? Because honestly, like, I can't. Like, I've tried Twitch streaming, or I've streamed on Twitch, I should say, but like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the appeal is. I don't know how to really, like, garner myself to that audience. So. It's literally just like I'm playing a game, and anybody who wants to watch can watch. Armadillinger, I'm trying to make Carl Weathers, and as usual, I'm getting distracted. But I did a quick run through on working on him the other day, so I have a little bit of an idea. But yeah, I'm still not entirely sure if this is going to be the right heritage for him. Okay. So Eduardo, is it like you against the elements then? Like just like you're trying to build up housing, like live sustainably, farming, that kind of stuff, and just over the course of over time your health could drop or whatnot, and that's what affects the outcome. You make Rambo from the movie Rambo. I did make a Sylvester Stallone from Expendables, or at least I tried. So I mean, he does look like an older Rambo. If you change the hair. But I'm willing to bet you're Melanie. You're talking about like early Rambo, like from the movie First Blood or First Blood 2 Rambo. I think it's called Rambo First Blood 2. Yeah, Expendables. There's like, how many Expendable movies are there now? Like 4 of them? 5 of them? No, isn't there more than just 3 Expendable movies? You know what? I might be getting it confused. I might be getting it confused with the Fast and Furious movies now, because like Fast and the Furious just started out as like a racing movie, and then now they're like in space and stuff. So that's just weird, at least to me. Did I make Bruce Willis? I have not made Bruce Willis. And if I did make a Bruce Willis, like what, like what era Bruce Willis? Like what is it, Moonlighting era, or like Moonlighting? He still had a decent amount of hair. It's then like Die Hard 2 or so. He was losing his hair. He's got a pretty good widow's peak going. And like at some point he just was like, you know what? No, I'm just shaving my head. Yeah, too Fast, Too Furious. Like even like what is there? What is it? Fast and the Furious. Was it Too Fast, Too Furious, and then it was Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift? Or I don't even understand the numbering system on those films anymore, but no, he like at some point he just like it just got out of hand. They jumped the shark. And yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie, but my personal favorite Christmas movie is either Gremlins or Batman Returns. Anybody that's been been following me for a while knows that I am quite a bit of a comic book geek. So that should come as no surprise. And see, that's just it. Like everybody's like, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Yeah, it's a Christmas movie. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter if it happens around Christmas, but there has to be something about the story that makes it that it has to be a Christmas movie. Like, it couldn't happen at another time of year. Um, and there are things that happen in there that are specifically Christmas related, so it couldn't be something else. It couldn't be like 4th of July. It just wouldn't work. But here's the thing, though. Nobody ever talks about Die Hard 2. Because Die Hard 2 also happens at Christmas. Poor bald Bruce. Yeah. But hey, at least he looks good bald though, right? Because I mean, there are some people who like they shave their head, they have to go bald, or well, they have to shave their head because they're bald, and it's just like no, it just doesn't work. But you know, Bruce Willis, it works for him. I'm not gonna take that away from him. The second Die Hard movie, I wouldn't say it sucks. It's keep in mind it's been a long time since I've seen the second movie, but no, I don't think it sucks. And I mean, if put it this way, if it did suck, they wouldn't have made like what 4 more of them. Because it's like Die Hard, Die Hard 2, Die Hard with a Vengeance. Live Free or Die Hard. Like, at some point, those movies kind of went overboard. Also, like, you know, the first movie starts off with Bruce Willis like climbing through a vent shaft with like bloody feet and whatnot, and like Live Free or Die Hard, he's crashing a vehicle into a helicopter after running it off of a bridge or something. I can't even remember anymore. Off of a building. I don't remember. But it's like, yeah, those went a bit overboard. Also, they're entertaining. It's just not like, I don't know. It just they kept having it up the ante, and I in my opinion, I just feel like they went too far. Or maybe I'm just too old to appreciate the finer things. I don't know. Oh, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look right either, though. Heritage 12? 1 second here. Heritage 12. I don't know. I don't think that would be bad. I mean, granted, you know, the features right now are not going to look quite right, but let me pull up a picture of Bruce Willis. Oh, hey, has anybody here seen Spider-Man No Way Home? No spoilers if you haven't, or if you have, I should say, but just wondering. Hey, Armadillinger, what age were you thinking? Like, you said, like, Die Hard era? Bruce Willis? Because if we're going for, like, current, like, his current age, I think 11 might be better. His eyes are a bit puffier, his nose is a bit wider. Bruce Willis, Die Hard. See, Bruce Willis has those, like, those creases going down from his nose all the way to his chin. So yeah, I mean something like 11, 12. Huh. Okay, it looks like the chat for some reason in here just lost a lot of comments, because I knew that there was. The last thing I'm seeing now is Melanie saying that State of Decay is her favorite game. Eduardo saying it's a zombie game from Microsoft. And those were comments from a while back. Yeah, I mean, 10 might work better for a young Bruce Willis. Because the eyes are definitely wider there. I don't know, you got me wanting to make a Bruce Willis character now. The way this guy's eyes look right now it reminds me of somebody I work with. Not sure if that's going to be the right heritage then. Well, I mean, not necessarily that's bad, but that definitely ain't right. Hey Blake, how you doing? I am trying to work on Carl Weathers from the first Predator movie. It's been a bit slow going at the moment, but it is a work in progress. Dead Eyes, yeah. I think this might be the best option. If I made any of you guys yawn out there, let me know. See, I'm using several pictures for reference, and it's like even just from the Predator movies, depending on which image I'm looking at. Oops. Like, I swear, like some of these must have been at the beginning of filming and towards the end of filming, because he definitely got a tan during the course of the movie, or well, at least when these pictures were taken. Harriet Davenport. Somebody asked for her a while back. Like, I could try, but the hair option just isn't there. Obviously, like like the soot or whatever smudges that are on her face, that's just not there. Maybe like a cleaned up Harriet Davenport from like before she went all naturalist nuts. That might be an option. Exhausted just existing. Sorry, even just the word exhausted makes me want to yawn. Yeah, dude, I like this past week. It's been a short work week. It's only 4 days long for me, but I'm pretty sure I still put in over 40 hours. So I know the first 2 days alone I worked like 23 hours. Not each, like combined. An old lady in the Navy? Yeah. Oh, that's still cool though. I mean, like, honestly, I feel like every character that people try to make for these games are always like, you know, they try to make them as good looking as possible, and very few you'll see very few like older people, like older characters running around, or people that like were just like beat with the ugly stick. Like, you don't really see those kind of characters running around in the game. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, like I'm really grateful I'm gonna have tomorrow off. I'd rather play and you go. You know what? I feel the same. So we're gonna split the difference. All right, and we're just both going to play and work. Because I don't want to be the person that's just working. And you know what? I don't feel it's fair if you just get to play. I'll say it. I'm honest right there. It would be nice to have a Christmas break, but unfortunately, like, that's just not a possibility with my job. So I don't. I think unless you're in the government, I don't think we get a Christmas break. Like I think even like teachers or what have you, like they still have to do stuff over Christmas break and summer break and all that stuff. Man, this dude's actually got some pretty small ears. Yeah, I mean, I can't really complain too much. I did have like literally all of last week off. I basically had to use some vacation time before the end of the year. Otherwise, I would lose it. So, yeah, but just my first week back, it was pretty rough, but I survived. Next week is probably going to be more of the same, though. What do I do? I'm a supervisor at a warehouse, basically. That's what it comes down to. So nothing fancy, nothing glamorous, but it pays the bills and then some. So I'm grateful for it. Oh, you know what, I should work on his nose a bit. Oh yeah, that's the perspective I usually have had. With really with any job that I've had. But it's also important to know, basically know your worth as well. Because there are jobs that I've had, that I most definitely, could have and should have been doing better. I shouldn't have stuck it out as long. I should have been getting paid more, that kind of thing. So, but something like that, you do have to be honest with yourself. You know, you have to be like, look at what your skill set is, look at what your work ethic is. And really take stock of the kind of person that you are. And if you don't think that you're being treated fairly, then either request what you think you should be getting, or start looking for a new job, someplace that does treat you right. Armadillinger, man, you still there? Yeah, and it's not... Dude, it's not even necessarily standing up to the man or whatever. But, I mean, the simple fact is that if you're not going to stand up for yourself, nobody else... You shouldn't be expecting anybody else to. And just knowing that, if you are a good worker, you should be getting what you're worth. Now, again, this all does come back to whether, about you being honest with yourself, because I know plenty of people who are like, oh, I should be the boss, I should be getting paid more, I should be doing this, that, or the other thing, and it's coming from people that just don't have the self-awareness to know that, hey, like, you call in a lot, or you're constantly screwing up, or you've broken a lot of stuff here, or that kind of thing. You really have to have that self-awareness, and work on those things if that's what needs to be. But yeah, no, I've had jobs where I'm thinking back to one specific job where I was working in a retail store, and I came in, and the department that I took over was in the red. It was always losing money month after month. Within my first month of being there, it was actually making money, and it continued to improve. But at one point, I was the only person in the department, and despite that fact, it was still making money. Not a whole lot, because again, I'm just one person, but it was still making money. And when it came to my review, like where they tell me, hey, this is what we think of what you've done, this is what this is the raise you're gonna get. Like, they were holding certain things against me that there was no way that I could humanly take care of it. They were basically expecting me to be able to run the department as if it was fully staffed, when it was literally just me, and they would never send me help. So that's the kind of thing where I had absolutely no problem standing up to my bosses and being like, no, you guys are hosing me over here. You're holding things against me that there is, like, no reasonable person should. And I did get a bigger raise out of it. So, Armadillinger, yeah, dude, I was just wondering if you're working on something new. I know you got a lot of things going on, so, I mean, don't I'm not, I don't mean to be picking on you or anything like that. I'm just curious. Well, that's just it though, Blake, man. It's like going live. Like, honestly, like, I would normally be going live tomorrow, because that would be the end of my work week. I'd go live for like an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half. And that would really be it. I only do lives like maybe once a week, and I don't think I was on last week, so it's not even every week. It's not dedication, it's just having time to do it. And I do enjoy, going live and talking with you guys, so it's fun too. Yeah. Oh yeah, and keep in mind that was a company that I'm no longer with. Like that company, like, they're still very profitable. Don't get me wrong. They make money like hand over fist. They really do. They make a whole lot of money. But like, to me, that should have been a red flag that I was with the wrong company. Like, they should have, like, my supervisors should have been able to see, hey, this is what it was like when he started. This is what it's like right now. Is it great? No. Is it better? Yes. Should he have... Are we expecting too much out of what there is? Absolutely. So these are things that they should have taken into consideration when looking at what kind of a raise to give me, and they just didn't. So, yeah. Armadillo, sorry to hear that, man. Dude, is there something we can do to cheer you up? I mean, I'm not going to be singing, so, because trust me, that'll just bring you down even more. It'll. Nobody's happy with bleeding ears. Trust me on that. Oh, Blake, no, I like Callie. Callie was just the one time. She shows up from time to time. She's got a really cool channel. If you haven't checked it out, Callie Gaming on YouTube, obviously. But no, that was just a one-time like collaboration type thing. Mostly because the like the character we were creating started off as a joke from one of the videos that she did with like friends that she plays with, her posse. And yeah, it was a joke that got stuck in my head, and it just would not go away until I actually like did something with it. So I'm still basically working on a video / backstory for the character. And what's really cool is like the character is basically a serial killer / cannibal. And the video editing software that I have, like the lettering and stuff that I sometimes put up, just like there's a new lettering, which I know this is so stupid, but like the new lettering, I'm excited to use it, just because it to me it's a cool like font, which is probably one of the nerdiest things that I think I've ever said, and that's really saying something. Oh, but Dillinger, dude, like, seriously, man. I mean, like, you know, I can do silly voices or something. Not that my regular voice isn't silly, but D, yeah, no. Actually, it's talking about the previous job when I was in charge of a. See, I'm trying to be vague here, but it's the place that we used to work at. Hey, guys, I know D from real life here. I've worked with him for a while. He knows the kind of place where we used to work at. And I think we can both say that we're glad that we are no longer there. Love a good font, yeah. No, it's just for like the serial killer / cannibal thing that storyline that I want to make for this character. Like the font is really cool. It actually reminds me a lot of okay, you guys played that serial killer mission in the game, and there's like words that are like scratched in, like the "come and find me" type of like whatever thing notes that are the serial killer's leaving. It looks a lot like that. So I mean that's like I'm excited. It I don't know. I gotta shut up about it, really. Comic Sans. It is Comic Sans. It's not Comic Sans. Yeah, see, D knows what I'm talking about. Target. Oh, never mind. No tornadoes where we work at, Blake. Yeah. Yeah, no, I heard about those tornadoes. Yeah. No, there wasn't any tornadoes in our neck of the woods at this time of year. So I feel like this is the wrong, like, heritage or something. So hey, D Runk, are you playing on that PS5 at all yet? It's all right. Yeah, that's an option. Obviously not gonna stop you. Um, just beer or beer and burgers? Because I finished some pizza from yesterday. Oh, maybe that's the problem. I'm doing something. I don't have the eyes right. Beer and pizza. Good man. Dino Nuggets. Dino Nuggets are awesome. Don't let anybody tell you different. Dude, whenever I have, like, some kind of, like, animal or people-shaped food, I will still eat them the same way I did when I was, like, 6. Like, I bite the head off first. Or, no, sorry. I bite the legs off first, so it can't run away. Then I bite the arms off, so it can't fight back. And then I bite the head off to put it out of its misery. Like, it's, as messed up as that might sound, it's just the way I've always eaten them. Yeah, it is. Hey, I do have a method. That's just it, though. Is that, like, it's, you know, people that are just like, I'll just take a bite out of it from anywhere. I'm like, no, you're ruining the enjoyment of the whatever, the cookie or the nugget or whatever. Like that's something that actually, like, it almost physically hurts. Like, I see a gingerbread man, somebody just takes a bite out of it and it's like half the head and like the upper portion of the arm is missing or something. I'm like, no, you're eating it all wrong. Kind of seen the pain in their eyes. Actually, don't know if you guys are familiar with Peeps, like those little marshmallow chicks, or like Easter. It'll be well, I guess they're both at Easter, but little bunnies or whatever. Oh, Melanie, no worries, no need to apologize. But hey, thanks for waking up and coming back. But like there is a package of Peeps where like the little there's like a little candy dots for the eyes or whatever it is. Like there was a little drip, so it actually looked like one of the Peeps were crying. And so like I had to eat that one last, basically having it live in horror as I ate all of its friends. Normal pot of pasta, normal egg noodles. Favorite, add chicken nuggets and cheese. Dude, that sounds frickin' amazing. Seriously, that sounds amazing. See, I just had like pizza, but now I want to make this noodle recipe. Yeah. And that's why you married her. Because of her noodles. That's it. You definitely didn't. Well, I mean, you have only been going 13 hours, like, what, 12 hours? 13 hours straight on Dead by Daylight? So, yeah. Yeah, the noodles. That's what it was. Don't worry, man. I won't say a word. I would just have it up on the internet for all to see. Hey, you should have been here earlier, man. There was like a bunch of Russian bots in here. And I felt like I was taking on the tracksuit gang or something. It's without a bow and arrow. If none of you guys have watched the Hawkeye series on Disney Plus, that reference will make absolutely no sense. There you go. Hey, everybody likes a partner that can cook. Like, it doesn't matter whether you're a guy or girl. Like, nobody wants to cook every night, and it's great to have the other person be able to make something. And I can't think of a single person that doesn't like noodles. Yeah, the comic books are also good. So, hey, have you gotten anything new from the store lately? Because I know you have some, like, fancy, expensive comics. I know that's more of where your money's going lately. Grant some people wrenches? Yeah. It's yeah, just take him out with the wrench. There we go. Is it going to be an Expendables Christmas? You got done watching the first one, now you're on the second. Yeah, I mostly just know how to wreck a kitchen. I make a handful of really good things, but it's taken years of practice to get them to be good. Extra fancy plastic, that's right. No, D-Runk actually has like a channel called D-Runk Comics, obviously. And the dude has got like X-Men #1, like literally first appearance of the X-Men. What are some of the other ones? I'm a little ashamed now. I'm blanking on what some of the other comics are. D-Runk just recently got the first appearance of Wanda and the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Oh, that I didn't know. I thought that was like in reference to Hawkeye. I was like, I didn't remember there being any wrenches, but still. I could have been wrong. There's a lot of action. And an extra fancy cantaloupe. Melanie, seriously, I don't expect you to actually get a cantaloupe for your friend, but if you do, it needs to be videotaped. Like no second chances on something like that. Nobody gets a cantaloupe in the mail. Honestly, I honestly don't think that they would mail a cantaloupe. I think what you would probably be best is if you just literally got some stamps, a Sharpie marker, write on the cantaloupe, and like, put the stamps on there, and just put it in their mailbox. Wait for them to like get go to their mail, and just film it. Oh, I'd be surprised if you didn't have them insured. Dude, those are, like, freaking, like I said, fancy comics. He got the first appearance of Miles Morales. Like, the dude's got comics, man. No joke. Like, I thought I knew things about comics, and I realized that I'm just kind of like out of the loop at this point. The extra fancy cantaloupe is cantaloupe free. Well, we like well, I suppose like just send him a picture of a cantaloupe. Ooh, you know what? Like a paper cantaloupe. It looks like a cantaloupe, but it's just out of paper. Yeah, no. And that's just it though. Like D-Runk has like I don't know what kind of connections he has, man, cuz like he has like the foresight that I don't have. Like, and the dude, he keeps getting these comics that I'm just like, why would you get that? And then they end up being worth like so much money. And meanwhile, I'm sitting with like comics of like when Aunt May was possessed by the Carnage symbiote, and I'm like, this is a cool comic. And like Superior Dr. Octopus #1, like I gravitate towards the things that will never be worth any money. I find them entertaining for a minute, but yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, antique stores, like, if they have something, in good condition and everything, chances are they're going to be charging close to what what they're worth anyway, especially if they're actually graded, like, CGC or what's the other one that's... There's another one that I'm blanking on. CGC is the big comic grading company, hence CGC, comic grading company. But, I mean, there's always a chance that, like, an antique store or something might not know what... CBCS, thanks, D-Runk. Yeah, I mean, there's always a chance that, like, an antique store won't realize what they have, or maybe it isn't graded, but you know that it's in a really good condition, and after being graded, it could be worth a whole lot more. But, like... D-Runk, he's able to look at a comic and be like, yeah, I'd put this at like a 9.6 or whatever, and if he's off, it's like by 0.2 or something. Like, he might be thinking it's a 9.6, but maybe it's a 9.4, maybe it's 9.8, but dude is freaking like always really accurate. Evil Dead comics, those are awesome. Melanie, do you have it was Marvel Zombies versus Army of Darkness? I could have sworn I remember a comic like that. If not, then I just have a really active imagination, because okay, alright. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the Ash that we know with the chainsaw hand and everything goes to that universe, meets like that universe's Ash, and basically sacrifices him to the zombies. Thought that was freaking funny. Or no, wait, he sacrifices him to he sacrifices the Punisher to the zombies. What was the name of it? Was it Marvel Zombies versus Evil Dead? I thought it said Army of Darkness on the comic. See, again, it's a comic series, never going to be worth money, probably. Interesting concept, and I snatched it up like nothing. It was funny, though. Oh, and Zombie Howard the Duck. That was funny. Yeah, with the having a cool cover and like nice colors and everything, I'm in the same boat as you, man. Like I have no talent to pick out like something that's actually valuable, unless it's like blatantly obvious that it'd be valuable. Like first appearance of Deadpool, it's right now it's going to be very valuable. You know, first appearance of Miles Morales, or you know, these characters that are currently huge, but at the same time, right now, they're going to be a lot of money. They're going to cost a lot of money. So, Ash versus Evil Dead Marvel Zombies. Yeah. See, I know that they did a lot of fun crossovers with Ash. Even getting to the point with like, wasn't there like Ash versus Leatherface and Ash versus Jason Voorhees? Could have sworn there was even one that was like Ash versus Jason versus Freddy. I could be wrong on that though. Ash versus Jason versus Freddy. Yeah, there we go. I again, D-Runk would be able to answer this a lot better than me. I mean, like, it's not necessarily about the big names, because, like, you know, Spider-Man, Batman, these are characters that they put out like 4-5 different titles every month that have them in, and a good chunk of them will never be worth anything. But like, if you have something that was a huge storyline, or their first appearance, or it's connected to the first appearance of a character that's become really, really popular, like what I want to say, Hulk, like Hulk 180, Hulk 181, like, you know, it isn't by any stretch of the imagination, it isn't a huge storyline as far as Hulk comics are concerned. It's not the first appearance of the Hulk. You know, there's 100+ issues of that came before it, but it was the first appearance of Wolverine. So, like, that comic is worth money, and that one is also one that D-Runk had for a little while before he sold it off. But yeah. See, there you go. First appearances of major characters. But see, that's kind of the problem too, though, is that, like, when it's the first appearance of a character, there's no telling at that point whether or not that's going to be a major character. It's their first appearance, you know. Like the Wolverine could have been a throwaway character, but if you have that one, if you have that issue and you held on to it and you kept it in good condition, it's worth thousands of dollars now. You know, there is what is it? I'm trying to think of the person's name now. Punchline. Like when Harley Quinn was introduced, like, really popular. Everybody loved her. And now they've introduced Punchline, which they're kind of betting that people would gravitate towards her. She'd become a huge character, and she still might. It's still relatively new, but it isn't. I mean, they also, like, did a whole bunch of prints on the issue as well, which is going to, you know, affect how much it's worth later on. So, Egg McMuffin? What? I missed something there. Oh, go and get McDonald's. McDonald's. Dude, I know that there was like something at McDonald's that was actually pretty good. See, I have a general rule at McDonald's which upsets people that really enjoy McDonald's. But my view on McDonald's is that I will eat there if I feel like I've wronged someone and deserve to be punished. That said, there are a few items on their menu that I do enjoy. Like I do like their pancakes. I do like their pancakes. I don't know how they make them now, but I know when I used to work at McDonald's, they did actually like mix up the batter, make them on the grill. It isn't something they just throw in a microwave. So that might have changed, but however they make them now, they're still pretty darn good. It's more nuggets. Yeah, the nuggets. Honestly, like that's one thing that I like at McDonald's. Can't get anyplace else is the hot mustard for their nuggets. Yeah, no, the pancakes are one of the few things on their menu that I actually do like. So, yeah, it's more of a blanket rule as opposed to like I won't swear off everything, but yeah, get the 20-piece nugget box. It'll only take like it's 14 to 16 days to get it to them. And Melanie's a good person, sending people nuggets and cantaloupes. She's the food fairy. Yeah, that chin's still definitely sticking out too far. See, I've never been a fan of sweet and sour sauce in general, so I can't really speak to that. But their honey mustard is just trash. Sorry if that offends anybody here. If anybody thinks that their honey mustard is amazing, but no, it's. It's Rez, man, I'm sorry. like we're all over the place kind of. We've been going from like talking about McDonald's food to comic books to the like movie characters. Like it's kind of a random conversation just depending on where you jump in. Yeah. Whatever you want to talk about, man, as long as it's decent. Work advice. Yeah, there's a little bit of that thrown in there, too. Alright, I gotta get a side profile picture of Carl Weathers. Yeah, I just lost the page. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Rez is a little confused at this point. Like, all right, what should I send my friend next after I send him the cantaloupe? I don't know. Like, first, I would personally see how your friend reacts to the cantaloupe. Like, and then you can either like amp it up a little bit or pull back. Spud mail. Oh, guys, that actually reminds me. I actually once sent literal spam mail, like to some family and friends. They spam, that the lunch meat thing. Like they sold it in slices, like individual slices. So if you wanted like one spam sandwich or something, like there was like a little vacuum sealed pouch, and I bought like 5 of them. Send them to my brothers, my sister, yeah, just friends and family, with a little like actual spam message included, like, yeah, like hot girls in your area, you know, Nigerian prince is trying to contact you. You can get his fortune, stuff like that. Like just literally sending spam mail because I thought it would be funny. Just sending them mail with spam included. I don't know. My sense of humor is probably broken. But I thought it was hilarious. I was giggling the entire time. In avocado, I I like it, but avocados go bad really quick. So I don't know if that would even make it. That's very dad of you. Like, I mean, my jokes are all over the place, to be honest. Like, some of them are dad jokes, some of them are some of them are jokes I would only tell like my closest friends. Like, it all depends on who I'm talking to. But yes, that was very much a dad joke. A good chunk of the jokes I make are eye-rolling dad jokes. Yeah, it's D-Rung's like literally breaking out the avocados here. Him a watermelon. See, I like some of these ideas, but I do think some of them, like, they would just go bad on the way. Like a banana, like you put that in a box, that's gonna be black within 24 hours. Bananas need to breathe, or they go bad real quick. Like an Autobot. Alright. Alright, D-Rung, man. Thanks for stopping in. Handing out some avocado and some comic buying advice. Yeah, D-Runk's a good dude. Don't tell him that I said that, though. Actually, I probably should have held off on saying that until I was sure he was gone. Season's bleedings. See, now that sounds like it's the like a theme to a some horror Christmas movie, like Silent Night, Deadly Night or something. You would tell him too. This is why we'll never be best friends. I don't know, I think that's better, but I still feel it's off. Maybe it's the eyebrows. Maury Christmas? What's Maury Christmas? Michael, yeah, I've seen a few of them. They're pretty cool. I actually haven't taken any friend requests, mostly from that, mostly due to that issue that I was having with someone on here a few weeks ago. It was kind of a reminder of like, you know, people can go nuts a little bit, like if I don't really know them. So like, I please don't take it personally, man. It really is nothing against you. I just it's that one place where I have to have like a little bit of a separation, at least until I've gotten to know the person well enough. So Memento Mori. I feel like I'm losing something with that. Mori. The only thing that pops into my head is like Maury Povich, and I know that's not what you're talking about. It's not even spelled correctly. It's not. I mean, it's not spelled like that, Maury. Rez, yeah, I'm on the PlayStation. Maury. See, now I gotta look it up because it's making me think of like that. I'm obviously missing something there. Maury. I'm just gonna keep repeating that word. Okay, I just looked it up online, and there are so many things for Maury. I don't even know where to start. Oh, okay. That would explain why I'm not understanding it. I do apologize. I've been trying to work through Guardians of the Galaxy right now. So I think I'm actually almost done with that game. I'm on chapter 12 or 13. So right, we can do a gaming video together. Like forming a posse and playing in Red Dead or something on GTA or something, or I feel like his eyebrows need to be thicker. Okay. Yeah, see, and that's just it. It was like Mori. I was looking up and like in Spanish, I guess Mori is to die. So I was just like I kept looking, and it was like something like Mori art and Japanese it meant something else, and everything else. I was confused. So hey, Michael, I do appreciate that, man. Keep in mind, like, the only time I really ever have a chance to do something like this, like stream or whatever, it is typically like right around now. Well, I shouldn't say right around now, because I normally don't do it on Thursdays. At the end of my work week. So, like, today is actually the end of my work week because of the holiday. So, yeah, I mean, Red Dead does get a bit a bit lonely and boring. But I'll be honest with you guys, like, I at this point I honestly don't play a whole lot of Red Dead. Unless there's like something new that comes out for it. Like, most of my time with Red Dead is just making characters, and apparently also collecting Russian bots. I don't I don't know what's happened that I'm on, like, the radar of Russian bots tonight. Heard of speedrunning? Yeah, I've heard of speedrunning. I understand it, but I don't enjoy it. Like, I understand the like, wanting to challenge yourself and get through it as quickly as possible, maybe even quicker than anybody ever has. But part of my enjoyment of a game is actually, like, appreciating what it's made, like what's in the world and everything else. I mean, granted, that doesn't really, like, affect it so much for, like, things like whatever, Super Mario Brothers or what have you. But, like, you know, if you're playing Fallout, or you're playing, like, right now, Guardians of the Galaxy, or if you're playing Red Dead, like, speedrunning seems to be, like, the exact opposite of how you should be enjoying a game like that. You should be, like, taking in the scenery, exploring the world, like, to just try and beat it as quickly as possible. That's taking out a whole lot of the fun. KGB loves RDR2. Yeah, it's I guess. I mean, or at the very least, my take on RDR. I don't know. I don't know. You guys that have YouTube pages or whatever, how much of these kind of, like, spam bots do you guys get? Because I'll see comments, and it won't just be in Russian. Sometimes it's in, like, Japanese or Chinese or Arabic or whatever, and I won't know what's actually being said, but I'll see, like, you know, that like something and then dot and whatever .com rent, I think, was one of them that came up here. So it's like I know that it's some kind of website they're trying to spam with. Lately I've been playing Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, there is Black Friday deals. Guardians of the Galaxy was one of the games that came up that I've been wanting to try. And at first, I was at first it reminded me of the Avengers game, just because the kind of, like, interacting with the world kind of thing. But very quickly that went away. And just the interaction with the other characters that are in. You play as Star-Lord, and, you know, just interacting with Gamora and Drax and Rocket and Groot. It's actually a really fun story. So I've really been enjoying it, and I've been meaning to go back to The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. It's a VR game. I've just been, like, as lazy as this is gonna sound, like, things have been crazy at work. By the time I get home, the last thing I want to do is still be on my feet, so I haven't been playing my VR games as much. Well, at all, really, lately. So, yeah, but I've been wanting to get back to that one, because that was actually a really fun and interesting world to explore. Yeah, your Red Dead series. Exactly. Yeah, see, and that's just it. I don't know. For me, the whole idea of, like, if you're playing with mods and you're just playing on your own, that's fine. Do what you want. But if you're online and you're using mods and, like, you're putting in, like, god mode cheats and all that other stuff, like, it's just, you're not just ruining it, you're ruining it for everybody, as far as I was concerned. Yeah, Armadillinger, what was just mentioned there with the spam bots. um have you had much of an issue with that? Because I mean, I know you got your page going too, and like, honestly, I I obviously, like, I got you guys here. You're talking. We're having a good conversation and everything. But it's like, sometimes I just feel like a good chunk of my subscribers are probably like bots. Especially with some of the comments that I get. It's like, hey, check out this website. It's like, nope, you're getting blocked. It's like nobody wants to see, like, whatever language that is .com. Finished lakes or lake? I'm sorry, man. I think I missed something there. Yeah, like, I like enjoying a game, exploring it. I don't want to rush it. I mean, speed running is fine for a game that you've probably gone through a few times and just want to see how fast you can get through it. But, like, yeah, I like to explore a game world. Rez, dude, I'm telling you, it's like, as long as you're able to upload videos, that's a good place to start. Like me, honestly, this whole uh-oh, Armadillinger's gonna tell us a secret. Um, Hopefully it's a good one. You're gonna give us all $1,000. Um, Sorry, Michael. You're gonna have to prove that you're a human being. I have this one. I have this image with 9 different squares on it. Just select the one that have clouds in it, in the squares. But Rez, seriously, dude, like, my whole channel, like, it originally just started out to show a coworker, like, funny stuff that was happening in Red Dead Redemption, and it just continued to evolve into what it is now. So, I mean, it's Armadillinger would probably be a better person to get hints or tips or whatever on how to make a good channel. One, like, Armadillinger actually has an old channel that he has over, like, 3,000 followers on. I'm still trying to hit my first grand. Okay. What is like, what kind of gameplay is it? First person, third person, um, action? You say it's story driven, which already has me interested. So, Actually, about my channel is not real. I'm clutching Armadillinger. That's, you know what? I'm clutching my pearls. Gasp. Exactly. Gasp. Yeah, and Rez, dude, I didn't say dude because that was your name. That just kind of comes out there. Rez, like honestly, like it took, I want to say it took like 9 months to get my first 100 subscribers. It took a real long time. But after that, I think you get bumped into another algorithm, and like you keep, you know, you upload one video, you're not going to see any traction. You upload like a couple videos a week, you know, there'll be some regularity there. You start getting into the I can't think of what it's called, algorithms. You start getting into YouTube algorithms of like, YouTube starts recognizing you, like, oh hey, this person's regularly putting up stuff, you know, and it also depends what you're uploading. So I know, like, if you've watched YouTube videos, obviously, you know, you know, it'll suggest videos based on what you've uploaded. So yeah, speedrunning Red Dead 2, that's geez, I can't even imagine how long. Like, even as fast as you can, it'd still take a real long time. Yeah. Um. Yeah. No. If so, is work just stressful like right now, or is it continually stressful? Because that's another thing you got to consider too, man. Is like, um, you know, even if you get paid really well, even if, you know, like, even if the job is generally like not bad, if you're just constantly stressed, like constantly, um, it's still not a healthy situation. And maybe it's worth finding a different job that pays a little less, but you know, you're happier at doing it. So, Rez, dude, you have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. Sorry, I'm like caught all the talking. 1 second. I think I'm gonna have to get something to drink here, guys. I'm talking a lot, and believe it or not, people, believe it or not, I'm not the most social person. Um, so this has been a lot of talking for me. My throat's drying out, and it's winter here. So like the air is already dry. I gotta get something to drink. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back. Yeah, no, dude, and that's just it though. Is that if your job is constantly that stressful, you gotta do with something that makes you happy, also, or at least if not happy, then at least tolerable. Excuse me. So, yeah, I mean, if you're just burned out at the end of the night, you have to have a good like work-life balance. So I mean, if even if the job isn't that bad, you're stressed out. All you want to do is go home and like crash or whatever. You need to be able to find that balance. Get my hydration on. Yoris, hello. I'm getting here at kind of the tail end of what I was of the stream here. I've been on for about 15 minutes longer than I originally intended, but still do appreciate people dropping in at any point of the stream. So hello. Saw something about salt water. Yeah, it isn't. Like I just needed to drink something. Really, is what it comes down to. Like I had been talking fairly steadily for like the past hour. So between that and just the dry air that's all around me right now, I needed something. Wet my whistle. Yeah, well, I mean, I do try to give advice when asked. So, just make sure it's not something that like. Just make sure that you do have something lined up before you would move on. Because yeah, I've met people that are just like, oh, I'm just gonna quit and see what what happens. Whatever happens, and it's just like no. Like you have to. At least it's in my opinion. Like what I do. Like if I quit a job and didn't know where my next paycheck was going to come from, like that would stress me out more than any job that I've ever had. Like no, I need to know that I have an income. So again, that's me. All right. So anybody in here having any big plans for the holiday? Like having to travel anywhere, do anything special? Well, that's good. Yeah, I mean, depending on depending on the family, I mean, it's always it's good to have them nearby. As long as y'all get along, that's the key. Okay. Is if any of you are watching, like, has the screen been going like from a yellowish tint to suddenly bright every once in a while? I'm just wondering if like my screen, the colors on my screen are going out, or if that's actually like happening in game. I won't be seeing family for Christmas. Basically, everybody has their own like families. All my siblings have their own families and stuff going on for Christmas. But we'll be getting together like sometime in early January. So. A game designer. I would be, honestly, I would be a really crappy game designer. So give me the tools, give me like an idea of what you're looking for, and I can work with that. But to come up with the stuff, I'm the guy that like, I'm bad at coming up with an idea on my own, but if you give me the starting point, I can work off of that. Like I can make a good idea better, but I'm really bad at coming up with that initial idea. All the rainbow colors. Armadillinger, I do believe that is the drugs that you are currently on, or you're watching a Skittles commercial. It's one of the two. So, okay, maybe it is my screen going out. My TV's not that old. Like my TV's only like a year old now that I think about it. It's not that old, so at least it's under warranty, if that is an issue. But yeah, see, like right now, there's on my screen, there's like yellowish tinge, and it's anything. Yeah, it basically looks like it's kind of like sunset, or you know, like how you if you're watching a like a lot of westerns like Once Upon a Time in Mexico or Desperado, there's like a yellow filter that they'll use to kind of indicate heat, like that the environment is warm. That's kind of what my screen looks like right now. At least the character itself. Armadillinger's going for the drug. I can understand that, but Yoris has already said he will call. Well, yeah, Yoris will call the police, which is fine because, as you can see, this is actually a lineup. He's like my character is getting like this is the mugshot. I'm waiting for it to actually like turn like normal white. There, and it just happened right there. So did the screen get brighter for anybody else right there? Like the image of the character? Like now it's like bright like noon, as opposed to the yellowish tinge that it was before. Okay, so it's not my TV. It is a game thing. Alright. Alright, that makes me feel a little bit better. But, yeah, 2 hours. Yeah, I think I'm going to be calling it here pretty quick. I think I could probably knock the rest of this out in like 5 minutes here. So long as I'm just focusing on that, and since it is getting late here now, and I still have things I have to take care of before tomorrow, I do need to be signing off here. So guys, I do appreciate every single one of you hanging out with me, keeping the conversation going. I do appreciate it, despite the coughing and the dry throat. So, but yeah, you guys have a good night. Yeah, you guys have a good night. Hope that if you celebrate the holidays, if you celebrate Christmas or whatever holiday this time of year brings for you, hope it's enjoyable. Hope you get to spend it with someone that you care about, whether it's friends, family, or whoever. Just make sure you're enjoying your time. All right. Appreciate you guys. Like I said, thanks for hanging out with me. Chatting with you guys always makes this a lot more enjoyable for me. So, all right, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you after the holidays. All right, night.